Hi guys, thanks for joining me for this week's 15-minute bite-sized yoga class. Today we're going to work on something that I think affects a lot of us, which is our posture, upper back pain, and just general rounding when we're sitting more than we probably should. So to begin with, we're going to come into a comfortable seated position. So I'm sitting propped up on a block. You can sit propped up on a pillow, legs crossed on your knees or legs out in front of you, whatever feels the most comfortable today. And we're just going to, as we usually do, start with a few deep breaths just to get us ready for the practice, get us grounded and get us calm. So to begin with, bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your stomach, just so that you can feel the inhales and the exhales. And as you inhale, I want you to feel your stomach expand into your hand. Just purposefully press that out, letting the breath come up, and inhale through the lungs, so both your hands are moving outwards. And as you exhale, feel the chest deflate, feel the stomach deflate. And that's all I want you to concentrate on right now. Inhaling, pushing the stomach out, filling the chest, filling the lungs. And blowing back out through your mouth, through pursed lips. One more time. And exhaling. Now bringing your hands to either sides of your ribs. So we're going to experiment with lateral breathing. So again, we're going to breathe deeply, trying to inhale through your chest, through your lungs, but we're going to try and expand the ribs outward. So as you inhale, you're expanding your rib cage. You can feel your hands moving outwards. As you exhale, you're corseting them back in, knitting them back together. I'm releasing that. Starting to roll the shoulders back a few times. Rolling them forwards. You can move the head from side to side, warming everything up, getting ready. Coming onto your hands and knees, removing your block or your pillows. We're going to come into cat-cow, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhaling, letting your belly fall down to the floor, looking up towards the sky, shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, dropping down, looking up, tailbone up. Exhale, tucking, pushing the floor away. Doing this in your own time, faster or slower than me. You might start to do a couple of rib circles coming from side to side. Warming up through all four sides of the ribs. Getting some movement where maybe you've been still or sedentary through the day. Coming back to cat-cow. Just a couple more. And coming back to your neutral spine tabletop. Going into thread the needle here, so bringing your left hand directly underneath your face for balance. Opening your right arm up towards the sky. Following it with your eyes. And on an exhale, threading your arm underneath. So you're coming into this twist. Bringing your left hand above your head, tenting your fingers, and that just gives you a bit more balance. Pushing through the fingers and opening the chest, pulling that left shoulder blade back. You might want to close your eyes here. Breathing in and out through your nose, pulling up through your stomach. staying here for a couple more breaths. Otherwise, we're going to take the left leg, start to straighten it out behind you. So this challenges your balance. You don't want to be turning to the right. You want to try and keep your hips even. Tucking your back toes under and pushing through the heel. And release, knee back to the floor, hand back to your face, slowly coming back onto your hands and knees. And we'll repeat that on the other side. Right hand coming underneath your face, left arm opening to the sky and threading underneath. Resting your head to the floor if it reaches. You can always get a pillow here if you've got any discomfort or if your head's not reaching the floor. Right arm up above your head, tenting the fingers, using it as a kickstand to open your chest. Breathing deeply through the nose. If you can, that is. Having some trouble myself because of hay fever. But often this kind of workout does tend to clear the sinuses, so just stick with it if you're suffering like me. A couple more breaths here, or again, start to straighten out through the right leg. Testing the balance, pushing through the right heels. Keeping the hips as even as you can, drawing the belly up. Dropping the knee, coming back onto your hands and knees. Gently lowering yourself down onto your stomach. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. Pressing all 10 toes into the floor. You want your legs to be really active here. Bringing your elbows to the floor underneath your shoulders and your hands out in front of you, fingers splayed. Now, a lot of people tend to sink into this pose and it can give you a little bit of shoulder pain. What we want here is a bit more active. So you're going to start, instead of pushing upwards, drawing your chest forward through the gatepost of your arms. So it's almost like you're pulling your arms back towards you. You're inhaling, pulling your chest forward and your shoulder blades together. Legs are nice and active. Looking straight forward. You don't want to be cranking your neck by looking up. So you can feel how this is a really engaged pose. You're not just dipping and letting your shoulders and chest fall down. You're actively engaging your back. Working on those posterior muscles. Tucking the tailbone under slightly. If this feels uncomfortable at any point, please just come back down, laying on your front. Just a couple more breaths here. And releasing down. Pushing back to your child's pose briefly. And rolling up to seated position. So, staying on your knees here, you can always pad your knees with a cushion. If that's uncomfortable, if that feels a little bit better for you. We're coming into what's called lightning pose, so that is your kneeling position. From here, you want to draw your shoulders down, letting your hands rest on your thighs, palms up. Shoulders pulling down together, chest nice and open. Just taking a few deep breaths. So from here, we're going to come into a little chest opener. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. We're going to open the chest, which in turn strengthens the back and helps you with your posture, stopping you get that rounding and that tech neck that a lot of people get when they're working at desks or just sitting for an extended period of time, maybe looking at your phone. So coming to seated, facing the other way, you're going to bring your hands together, interlocking the fingers, starting to pull the shoulders back, and as you do, start to stretch the hands away from your torso. So you don't want to go excessive, but you do want to feel a good stretch between the shoulder blades and through the chest. You can start to gently look up towards the sky. breathing deeply, making sure you're not clenching your jaw here. And releasing. Just rolling your shoulders back, shaking that out a little bit, head from side to side. Now here's where you might want to get a strap, a belt, anything that you have to hand that might do the trick. I need it here because I have an imbalance between my hands, and you'll see why. We're going to come into what's called cow face pose. So firstly, we're going to use our left hand at the bottom, starting to walk the left hand up between the shoulder blades. Taking your strap over your right shoulder so it's there ready, and hold on to that with your left hand. Right arm up towards the sky, rotating the hand and starting to walk it down the back. So you can grab onto your strap like this, starting to pull the strap apart and pull the shoulders and the elbows away from each other. Or if you can reach the fingers, you can clasp the fingers. Starting to do the exact same movement, moving your elbows back, chest puffing forwards, chin slightly tucked. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, release. Just shake that out. Repeating on the other side, moving the strap over. Taking your right hand, starting to walk it up between the shoulder blades. So this is where I'm going to need the strap on this side. Left arm up towards the sky, starting to walk it down. And just holding onto the strap or onto your fingers, pulling it apart and moving the elbows away from each other. And this kind of imbalance is completely normal. If you think about all the things that we do day to day, if you're right-handed or left-handed, you're brushing your teeth with your right hand or your left hand, writing with a certain hand, carrying bags. So it does create this imbalance, and it's really hard to get it into harmony with each other. So we just have to work with what we have. Tucking the chin. You don't want to be twerking the neck by looking up towards the sky. One more deep breath. And release. And shake that out. Coming back onto your hands and knees, we're going to come into a melted heart pose or puppy pose. Bringing your knees hip distance apart, walking your hands gently forwards, letting your stomach and your chest fall down towards the floor. So this is a really nice chest opener, slight back bend. Really great for your postural muscles, pulling your shoulder blades towards each other, aiming your chin, your throat towards the floor. As always, if this is uncomfortable, please get a pillow or some blocks that you can place underneath yourself and just rest downwards. You're still going to be getting that stretch. And coming back onto your hands and knees. Maybe do a couple of cat cows just to release some of the work we've just done. Some rib circles. And then just pushing back into your wide leg child's pose, releasing down. And back up to your hands and knees, lowering back down to your stomach. We're just going to do one more move here to open your shoulders and really enforce that strength that we've cultivated in our back here. Taking your left arm out into a T shape, you're going to really gently roll yourself over that shoulder. So you might find that that's really intense. If you do, I want you to stop where you feel the stretch. So that might be here. That's great. Keep working on that. You can kind of rock side to side, working on the pressure points. If you want to go a little bit further, you can push yourself backwards and take your right foot, planting it on the floor. Turning your right knee up towards the sky, rotating your hips. You might even find that you can take your left foot to the floor as well, really intensifying that stretch. Make sure that you keep breathing. This is a really great one to do if you wake up in the morning and you know when you've slept strangely and you've got a crick in your neck. This can be a really great way to get rid of that quickly. Gently rolling back onto your stomach. I haven't got a lot of room here, so I'm just going to rotate to the other side. You can stay where you are if you've got the room. This time taking your right arm out, left hand pressing into the floor and just gently rotating. Bringing your left foot pressing into the floor if that feels comfortable, otherwise keeping it straight and just working on rocking side to side just to get some of that mobility and flossing into those muscles. Maybe experimenting with taking the right foot to the floor, see if it feels different on this side to the other. I know that this is my tightest side. So it's all about consistency, progression. It's not about perfection. We're just working with what we've got. Trying to correct any imbalances that we have as best that we can. Just being okay with the fact that we're never going to create complete equality through both sides of the body, and that's absolutely fine. We don't need to. And releasing. Coming back to center. Bringing your hands underneath your head and just releasing down. You can take your final relaxation this way, so just staying here for a few breaths, letting your body sink into the ground. Just feeling how open your shoulder blades are and how open your chest and your lungs are, how deep you can take that breath. And pushing yourself back onto your hands and knees, slowly coming back to your seated position. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me again today for your 15 to 20 minute posture fixing class. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see more of, and we'll add it in. If you enjoy this kind of movement, please head over to my website, link is in bio. I offer weekly live classes aimed at beginners or people who are overwhelmed or have often felt that yoga might not be for them. Go and give it a try.